Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Barbecue with Dave. It's a barbecue. Well, I'm Dave. Well, it's a perfect day here. The rain has finally stopped. We managed to get this beauty built the other day. You can watch the unboxing video, which I'll link down below. But I thought I'd give you some reasons as to why I chose this particular grill. In case you're in a similar situation of me, of doing countless hours of research and finding it really difficult to make up your mind as to which grill you might want. I've always grown up with Weber kettles, so definitely something I'm used to. And I really needed to think about, what sort of barbecue, what sort of grilling am I actually going to do? And I have a family with kids, and generally, about 80% of the time, what I'm looking to do is grilling, straight direct heat grilling, sausages, burgers, steaks here and there, maybe some ribs. But I do like to try different things. And having lived abroad for a number of years and not having a barbecue, coming back, having the space to have something new to play around with and learn a few more barbecue techniques was really something I wanted to get involved with. I'd love to start trying to do some beef short ribs, perhaps some pork butt, maybe even a brisket in future, who knows. So, but that's not going to be the core of what we do. So really I'm looking for something that I can do everything. I don't want just a smoker. I don't want just a grill. I'd like to be able to do everything. So that kind of leads us down the path of some sort of Kamado, not Komodo, Kamado type grill. I also want something that's going to be easy-ish to cook on. I haven't got time to keep babysitting, adjusting temperatures all the time, keeping a firebox going. So really wanted something that was not set and forget, but something that I could really enjoy the process of cooking on. And hopefully this is going to be it. So given what I'm going to be cooking, that kind of meant no, probably not a pellet grill, although they do look pretty cool. Probably not an offset smoker. Maybe that's something I'll look at in the future. And not just a straight Weber kettle. Listen, I know you can do fantastic smoking and low and slow with various accessories and a bit of experience and a bit of trial and error, but it does take a bit more work. And I thought something like a Kamado would really just enable me to enjoy the process, enjoy my family time, and end up with fantastic food at the end of the day. So when you're looking at Kamados, the ones that I were aware of anyway were the Big Green Egg, which was kind of the first Kamado grill I ever saw. Almost aspired to own one. It's such a well-known brand. And then watching a lot of YouTube channels, started to see more and more of the Kettle Joe, the Big Joe, the red Kamados. And then I recently saw that Weber had released the Summit, or the new Summit E6, as this one is. And it looked interesting. I've got to admit, it's not necessarily the best looking of all of those grills, but it's from a brand I know. The reviews online and from well-respected barbecue channels on YouTube seem to think that it was great and giving it the thumbs up. And so there were a couple of things that I was considering when I was deciding whether to go with the Summit, a Big Joe, or a Big Green Egg. So you have flexibility with all of them. They can all do low and slow cooking, they can all do smoking, they can all do direct heat grilling. One of the big differentiators is actually the cost. When I started looking at these, the Big Green Egg was turning out most expensive. I'm trying to look at the equivalent sizes as well. The Kettle Joe, Big Joe, I think it is, was roughly equivalent. You can get a lot of different accessories for that one, which was quite appealing. But I thought to start off with, the price of the Weber Summit for a grill that can pretty much do everything, so I hope, was probably the most cost effective. The Kettle Joe Big Joe Series 3 was coming in at around 2,900 British pounds and weighing in at about 80 kilos. The Weber Summit Kamado came in at around 1,150 pounds, and the Big Green Egg XL was a whopping 93 kilos and around 2,500 pounds. So quite significant difference both in price but also in weight. The Weber Summit, on the other hand, is only around 65 kilos, and certainly building it, as you saw from my previous video, it really wasn't a struggle to move around. And with the wheels as well, I'm not scared about my kids knocking it over and it smashing. I can move it around the patio and cook in different places. So given the fact that all these grills can pretty much do everything, I'm going off a brand that I know. I'm going off some trusted reviews that I've watched on YouTube, so thanks for those. And I decided to go with the lightweight, flexible option, the Weber Summit Kamado. Now they do two models of this. They do one which is this E6, but they also do the one with a cart as well, which has storage and a table, also has gas ignition, which is quite nice. But I ended up going with this one. I like to think that I might make a table or construct some sort of nest for it to go in future. If you'd like to see that project, then please like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully that'll come up in future videos. I also think I didn't really need the igniter. I'm used to using a chimney starter, have no problems with that. So I'm sure the ignition is a nice to have, but the table option was adding another £800 or £900 to the cost of the grill, which seemed a bit much for me. So sticking to the budget, we decided to go with the standalone option. So we're going to get this fired up at the weekend. Please subscribe to the channel, click that notification button, and you'll be the first to hear when we start cooking on this fantastic grill. I'm looking forward to all of you giving me some hints and tips and advice as we go through this fantastic grilling season here in the UK.